Previously on Vanguard.
Are we leaving already?
Well, unless you want to
just got here.
Unless you want to cross-load and take whatever you want for ice out of this thing into your cargo. It's not like we can really get anything else over down here. Unless we want to like tack on 1 million cargo containers in the back end of Tanky here. Up to you guys. That does raise an interesting question. Tex, you out there?
Well, that could be a problem.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was busy having a nice glass of iced water.
And for a second there, I thought you would rammed it into a crater. Ding dong.
Ice delivery?
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
Really? Really?
You really need to chill out with those puns, Spacebar.
No, we are not doing this.
We really did not think cargo access in this hangar through for ships. We did for ourselves.
Honestly, I still feel like cargo access should be on the outside, not in there.
Yeah.
Simply because as soon as you start hanging things in there, connector-wise, what you're doing is getting rid of how much room we've got in the hangar. Permanently, you know what I mean? Because they stick out. Ironically, the best armor we seem to have on this thing is those silly windows that stick out on the strakes that don't have any purpose. Apparently they're pretty good at soaking up missiles. Well, I happened to discover the backside of a random cargo container while going around and repairing damage. So we've got 2 extra turrets, more like centrally on the sides now.
I might have just finished putting you back towards the rear door. I think that'll be good. That at least covers our rear.
It also makes that door almost impossible to get out of. But yeah.
Which one? The side door?
The side door. Perfect. Then it can weld directly in front of itself. Open, says me.
What's the password?
I believe the password is my office.
I think it was Sasquatch last time. Is it Sasquatch?
It's an older password, but it checks out. No, we got corrupt salvage drone coming in.
On it.
3 of them.
Well, theoretically.
Good luck, Coral, depending on you.
Alright. Guess, are you ready for me to move?
I suppose. I mean, I'm locked down.
They
Yeah,
stick
he's
out a
trying
bit
to
further
ram.
than you think. Oh, what the hell was that?
That was a railgun.
Alright. Take a seat. Spacebar. Lisa.
I'm seated. Oh, we're smoking from somewhere.
Yeah, don't know. Alright. Jump complete.
Oh, evasive maneuvers. Move,
Oh, God.
text.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Whoa. You.
I think our jump drive is malfunctional because it just jumped us right in the middle of...
I found platinum. Unfortunately, it's in the asteroid that we just jumped in front of and crashed into.
It's pretty bad.
Jumping.
Mostly worried about how much damage and the fact that we are basically attached to the asteroid that we crashed into.
You're not just attached, you're merged. I mean, literally from right outside the hangar bay here, I'm seeing it almost looks like it's straight in through the voxels. I mean, like right up here in this upper part of the forward hangar, you can see the asteroid just straight through.
I mean,
It's embedded in there.
We should have exploded
Mm-hmm.
that kind of impact.
Yep.
Not ended up inside a chunk of asteroid.
I'm going further in to see how bad it is. Yeah, we're well in here. Like even the crew quarters, I can't get through to the crew quarters because it's voxeled in. This thing poked straight through everything.
Do not try and move.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Nah, it's not going to anyways.
Mhm.
It's like
Multiple points where it's phased in at this point.
uh-oh.
All right, looks like you got free there.
Now sure would be a good time to have a weldercraft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, ironically.
Now it'd also be a good time to have a mining ship too.
Did anybody get the license plate of that asteroid that hit us?
It did. It's the one called Platinum. Okay, I think we may have lost the jump drive too. That's gonna be.
How? They were all at the back of the ship.
No, there's some up
two
front.
at the front as well.
Let's say there's one at the front and looks like a spot.
Oh,
for a
right,
second.
yeah. 3, 4 back from there. One more. There you go.
Do we have a days since last accident sign? If we don't, why not?
That's a good question. I'm gonna just do a real short hop on the other side of that Platinum. You're still using it?
Yeah, you're gonna want to move. Now.
Oh, yeah. We need to go.
Yeah, except for I lost the only jump drive that I actually had mapped. Okay. Jesus.
Don't worry, they're all on me.
No, they're not.
No, they're coming towards us as well. What in the
Right,
world?
jumping. Don't wait, guys. Just jump. Oof.
Good grief.
What was that?
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Welder online.
Nice.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Wiggle, wiggle. I didn't have time with this one, but the plan down the line is to switch these welders over for large grid welders
Mm-hmm.
because they've got way bigger radius.
Gentlemen, we've hit pay dirt.
What? You got gold?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'll take it.
Massive deposit of it here.
I have no idea why the Vanguard's not firing. Haven't got him locked. Let me try unlocking. Yeah, I don't know why the AI's not working, but that turret was absolutely not shooting at that dude. None of them were.
No end of computer glitches since we had this thing in.
Oh, what was that?
One of me arms.
Hmm.
Yep, a one-armed crab at the moment. Oh my god, now it's a zero-armed crab because turrets hanging in places where they get in the way. And he's got his mind-reading device in the cockpit. You seen this?
Mm-hmm.
Watch out, Farrell, you're directly in its line of fire.
Yeah.
You're getting your bank account details right now.
It's shiny. Shiny thing. Certainly more than enough gold.
Yeah.
But what is the damage report? How bad have we got?
Oh, we lost every single window, pretty much.
It's
Three-quarters
almost
of
like
the
glass doesn't make good defensive
No.
structures.
Yeah, I mean,
Well-
you're not wrong.
Most defensive structures aren't very good for actually looking at it, too.
No, true. Okay, and the deal in the bay. I think he's on the ceiling.
Well,
As usual.
Tanky's seen better days, that's for darn sure. Taco's in pretty good shape, though. I can get him finished up.
Taco. More like a Dorito.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But no,
It's
it's
got
a
that
taco.
shape, you know?
It's a taco because it's got a it's got a lot of filling in it. You know, like it's chock full of batteries.
Yeah. True enough, I guess. And then, proceeding down the line, Mr. Spacebar. Actually looking fairly complete. May I be given permission to help you take apart what remains of this?
Is he asleep or something?
Oi, Spacebar!
Oh.
Bang on your helmet. Turn your music off. Comms on. God damn it. Speaking of which,
Shit.
I'm in a seat.
you know the deal.
In a seat.
Just jump
All
it.
right.
Jump it, jump it, jump it.
I still would like to figure out what exactly happened on that last jump.
I think
And there's-
until we know, let's jump stationary.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah.
they're definitely like, it was almost like the mass spectrometers weren't even in the sequence. Normally supposed to check to see if you're going to land in something. But, boy.
I would say whatever it was supposed to check, it absolutely did not.
Yeah, no. That's definitely fair statement.
Something happened.
Things went all wibbly wobbly.
I definitely know something happened. I heard it.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't hear it. We saw it. I guess at this point we should just be glad that nobody on board actually materialized inside the rock there.
Yeah, that might have been really
What
exciting.
happens when you just suddenly find yourself encased in stone? How does that end? I can't imagine well.
Poorly?
Hmm.
Poorly would be my answer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're all pretty much addicted to this thing called breathing.
Get out of here, Stalker.
Last I checked, I
Yeah, but
can't
you'd
breathe
have to
solid
suit.
rock.
That's what I mean. It's like
Well, yeah, but
it wouldn't
if
be.
the
You'd have time to think about it.
I mean,
Ugh.
if your brain
Yeah.
is inside solid rock, can you actually think?
He's got a point there.
I'm not sure I want to think too hard about it because wow.
Makes the assumption that somehow the rock filled you up as well.
Well, I mean, you're both trying to occupy the same space theoretically. Unless we're going with something silly like multiverse.
Thank you very much, Shadowrun.
Shenanigans.
Appreciate that, dude. Very kind.
It's a good thing this never happened on the show.
What?
Materializing inside of rock.
I'm
Did
kind
they
of
not?
surprised that it didn't. I was trying to remember.
I swear they had that one where. Oh, yeah, that may be a problem. Oops.
What?
Nothing.
Why is it loose?
No reason.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
It's fine. It's just braced against your new one.
Braced or leaning drunkily against it.
A bit of both. Normally that's why you need to brace, is because you don't quite have balance.
Well, there's a bunch of thrusters on the side and the bottom that are unfinished, so you can dump parts into those.
Oh, you're too kind.
Yeah, I think the rest of the bridge stuff is all handwork. I can. finish
Yeah,
it
I
up.
don't think you can get in there from the welder with the welder ship, sadly.
You got the big pieces in place. So.
The important bits.
But and the interior stuff should just be light, so at least you're not having to hug metal grids around quite so much.
Yeah, after I finally get all the. Oh, I got a couple of pieces of heavy armor that still need.
Okay. Can you imagine if that misjump had happened with just the old light armor? There wouldn't have been anything left of the ship up there.
I don't know. I'm kind of wondering what other glitches we're gonna find though, because like, if the jump safety disconnects were connected, and the turrets weren't firing even though we were designating a target, what else isn't right?
Let's just say I'm going to be a bit careful the next time I have to use the restroom.
Somehow I end up with almost the same amount of thrusters on this thing,
But it's twice the size.
but it's twice the size, so it's probably a lot heavier.
This is going to end well, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, I'm not even meant to be fast, to be fair.
Inventory low.
Just chunky and tanky.
Hey. That name's reserved.
Speaking of which,
Well,
how
no,
is
we
Tanky
have a
doing?
Mr. Tanky. This could be Mrs. Tanky. This could be Tanky Jr.
I can't even
Tanky
figure out
Senior.
her name.
I guess it could be son of Tanky.
Yeah, Tankerson.
I think we're down to just armor now.
You know, I think I might figure out a way of getting some different tools on that welder thing.
Oh, like just make it like a utility craft?
Yeah.
That could work.
If you
come in
made it
handy.
where it could like hold all the tools at once and just flip around.
That's what I was exactly what I was thinking, you know, like 6-shooter style.
Oh, like a
on
rotary
your
thing.
hips
Yeah.
is your all right. Draw
What's
comes out with
the-
grinders this time. Draw.
What's the
comes out
name of
with
that thing
welders.
there's some sort of piece of utility kit that's named something like that. Shoot, I can't remember the name of it. Where they got like a million different attachments to the thing. Australian Air Force. I don't know, something. So
Space Australians again.
What's with the Space Australians?
No, because it had like all these different, like, you know, you look at it on paper and it's like, cool, this thing has like 20 different tools in it, but then you realize they're all like functionally useless. Like, I don't know, a bottle opener, which is like, that's
What's a bottle?
200 years old. Who uses a bottle opener anymore? Who needs a bottle opener? And a corkscrew.
And they've always got that one thing that you have no idea what it's supposed to be for, and people tell you it's for getting things out of horses' hooves. And you're like, yeah, because we ride horses.
Exactly, yeah.
Ever since they got 6 legs, it got kind of difficult.
Oh man, yeah.
Australian Air Force machete, that's what it was.
What? Air Force.
Yeah.
You've been hanging out with Tex too much.
Hey, leave me out of this. I'm the one who's coming up with space Aussies.
No, but it sounds like something you'd come up with.
Oh, can we just shut that guy?
At some point, we're just going to have to go over there and be like, right, we need a word.
Tap him on the shoulder with a couple of rockets.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me there, friend. Been meaning to talk to you about your aggressive nature.
This is an intervention.
To the bridge.
Okay. One last, maybe? I don't know. Please tell me that's it. It's it.
Oh, there's more on the outside, sorry.
Yeah, but
It's
sealed.
Or in the bridge, yes. Yes, the bridge is sealed.
it is actually sealed.
You say that. I'm up in my area and it says O2 none. Are you sure it's sealed?
Well, it's venting O2.
It might take a while to air up that big of a space.
Yeah, it might be that it's just too large to vent properly. I got you.
Yeah, you got 2 vents doing it. So yeah, the big ticket items that we still need to fix are what? The jump drive we lost and that thruster.
Which
Well,
means
that
that,
and-
on the big ticket things we need to get remains probably platinum. I need to see how much ore we've got.
Platinum.
Oh, we got
we got
35.7k ore. Okay.
Yeah, I brought back a very good amount of. We've got platinum and a lot of gold on board now. The precious materials is looking up, but I didn't find any cobalt.
And we have no cobalt ore whatsoever. It's all processed right now.
Yep. No matter where I was looking out there, it was just not popping up anywhere.
I mean, surely there's got to be a better way than just jumping around like fools waiting to try and merge with asteroids.
Well, I was kind of thinking about something, or trying something when I get to working on the miner.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well, I mean, on the show, you know, they're always talking about when they're in an emergency situation, they need to get something back online. They just pour more power into it, right?
Nah.
So-
you know, we have worked out pretty well established at this point that that's not real.
I mean, we established the show wasn't real pretty much as soon as we walked on the inside, right?
Well, just hear me out. I'm thinking about hooking up the ore detector on the miner directly to the output off the reactor.
Didn't we just talk about how the safety interconnects on the jump drive almost doomed the entire ship?
Sweet.
Well, yeah,
Now
that's the whole
about
ship.
doing
I mean,
that.
we're talking a tiny little miner. I mean, come on, what's the worst that could happen? Total
Just
protonic
had to
reversal?
say it.
I thought we had a general agreement that use of certain words was banned.
Well, let's see. Last I remember, that included the Q word.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm just saying, we might need to add another one to it.
Looks like we might actually have enough to make those thruster components, so that's good.
Full planet.
As
There
your
are
miner doing, I know
literally
you
steel plates in the.
Lost a couple arms.
Oh fuck, man. Yes, I want to pull things for a heavy armor block. It includes steel plates. Those
It sure
steel
is
plates that
taking
are
a while.
literally in the container I'm accessing. Will you please pull them? Cannot withdraw 133 steel plates. You mean these steel plates? So, yes, I know my inventory's full, but... Say something about it. Do something about it. Don't just go, I gotta withdraw. Grumble, Bill Planet.
Let's see. Room pressure 3.15%.
Why can't you add
Lowly.
projection blocks to Bill Planet?
Well, it says there aren't any other leaks. It's just going to take it a while.
I mean, you should be able to scan for air leaks.
Energy.
At least you
Yeah,
have
no,
the.
it says this. It says this.
Okay. I mean, we've definitely got plenty of ice.
Yeah, but something's off, because with two vents running, there's no way it should take this long.
Hmm.
Something's not right in here.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey,
to the
look.
extent that I am dying of lack of O2 in this room.
They try turning them off and back on. That always works.
And we definitely have ice on board, so it's not like. Well, the tank shouldn't be out, but just double check the tanks are on.
Yeah, its room pressure is now at 16.8%. Coming up. Oh, well, there's also one vent that's depressurizing.
Yeah, well, that would probably be part of it.
What?
this is
One
how,
of them was blowing out. One of them was sucking in. Let's turn that off. Hey,
There's your problem.
that works better.
You know what they say.
Well,
Get that on these big jobs.
air links, no problem.
Well, I mean, we didn't exactly have time to test all that stuff out in the holodeck, so.
I'm pretty certain this bridge is no longer quite the same as it was in the holodeck anyway.
No, enter stuff changes a man. All right, I'm gonna do a computer scan, see what else looks shows offline or damaged. Airtight hangar door. Okay.
Not the airtight hangar door.
Mm-hmm.
Be the one on the cheese room.
Let's see. LCD corner top 2, wherever the heck that is.
On the bridge.
That one's the signage by the port side passage back to the crew quarters.
And then a big old large ion thruster. And that looks like, at least from equipment standpoint, all looking pretty repaired. Oh, and we've got a solar panel. And a corner light. There we go. I feel like maybe we shouldn't fix everything because, you know what happens as soon as you fix everything. Something else is gonna
Someone
break.
drives the ship into an asteroid.
You get a big expensive mechanics bill.
Any of these? Are we close?
I mean, they're all right. They're all a little bit wrong. From a certain point of view. I was just saying,
So-
let's leave one thing unrepaired so that we can trick the ship into not breaking anything.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You think I can't overpower an ore detector, but you think you can trick a inanimate object into not taking damage?
Listening.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna apply standard, let's do it evenly here.
Ah. Yep.
Hmm.
All right, where is the nearest access? Point to this. Jump drive.
Okay. Just some random plates, and then I think this is back to being sorted. Just about. Oof, that leg. I can't wait to get the projection turned off. Almost positive that it's running so badly because of the projection. Like the massive Vanguard projection that's currently sticking out.
Basically, we need an entire new jump drive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the good news is we've got the gold for it.
Right, that is everything I can see visibly on the outside done. I'm not going to guarantee that is everything, but it's everything I can see. Mm-hmm. You off to?
Yeah, I just want to use the welder on the bottom of the ship to do the thrusters. There left, it's quicker.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You got that thruster placed, right, Tex?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of turning off the blueprint now, because I'm pretty certain it's why my vision is a bit weird.
Yeah.
Energy low.
Why? Why is that a thing?
Mostly I'm finding a couple of broken things inside the wall, but that's about it.
Why? Weird. That was my in-character way of saying it's running like arse, I want to turn it off. Nothing to do with messing with my vision. It is a bit shimmery and weird, but no, that was everything to do with I want to get rid of this projector because it's running like crap. That sounds pretty impossible, Path. Figuring out the build style of these guys? Nah. No, I'm just trying to help repair a few bits before I get started on anything. Ah, a loud clanging sound and the entire ship moves. Perfect.
That was
A
on me.
lot of power in this one little fighter here.
Oh god, T-Bug, I'd forgotten about that somehow. Oh my god, no. The entire weekend spent repairing crap. Literally.
Oh. We might need to finish up all these hangar doors.
Mm-hmm.
Why those weren't showing up as broken?
Because they're probably functional.
Nope.
Well, then the group was in.
Yeah, they may be hidden.
Okay, that's what it's there. Oh, all right.
Okay, how on earth am I going to do this?
Right, framework's in place. All we need now are the thruster components.
Well, get producing. Oh, get producing then, although there's a lot
Oh,
being produced at the moment.
they're building. Yeah, they're building. Is your welder craft up? Or is it down?
It's up, just starting to work on it.
Okay.
As in, I was just about to take the welders off in
Oh,
order
okay,
to try
well-
and figure out how to put other tools on, if you know what I mean.
Well, I can do that. I could do that thruster by hand if you need me to. It's a lot of thruster components, but not that far.
Alright, I think I can get this thing into position by that welding bay. All I've got left on Taco here is the jump drive.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the same with this. The issue here is going to be I want to make these interchangeable, and it sounded cool to make it interchangeable without having to take them on and off of the
And
design.
unfortunately, I suspect the jump drive's in a spot I can't really
I could take it on
use
and
the
off of the
external
design.
welding grid to
but
get to it. Oh, there we go.
Rotors will ensure that it has hampered itself in every task it does. You put rotors on here, and if you unless you only have two tools, you have a tool that's sticking up in the air or out to the side. That means that it's worse at being a welder, a miner, and a grinder than it would be if it never had that tool. It's trying to find a way of doing it where it doesn't harm its design by having all the tools present, by making itself way larger and then getting in its own way.
There's more than superconductors on board. Why are you not building them into this thing?
It might have to be a storage rack. I like the idea of having it all, like, available all the time, but in reality, it might just have to be a storage rack and we switch them out.
You know, I might need cargo for all these weapons.
Ammo
You're
is
really
good.
only now considering whether or not some cargo should go in it. Spacebar.
No.
You mostly built the thing. Hope you can find room.
I've got room, it's just where to put it. Because I still thought about putting a cryopod in here for extended journeys, but don't really have the room for that. Could squeeze it here if it weren't for all these armor blocks.
And whose responsibility is that? You may have done this to yourself. No. I don't think there's a sensible way of doing multiple tools on it at once. In reality, I'm better off doing changeable tools, I think. And part of the reasoning for this is we have one final problem in the mix, which is that this has a different size connection port to everything else. So it can't be connected off of the same hinge without using a connected junction, which then increases the size of the thing massively. The drill is really the issue. And the small connection port on it is this needs to connect up with a small rotor, a small hinge head, and not a large hinge head. The drills are worth it for a reason, and that is because if I want to get any mining done today, or if there's to be any mining done today, this needs to have drills on it, because that is staying up there for the time being, because Farrell is distracted and wants to rebuild it.
Yeah, the welder array can't reach the jump drive on my fighter.
You mean this tanky? One with a big hole in it? Now, we'll do interchangeable tools. The question now is just where to leave them. Where do we make our little dock for our tools?
Energy low.
I like the thinking escape, Psycho, but that runs into the same sort of problem. Where do we store all the stuff? We'd be better off printing it out when we need it. Okay, and only on one side. Interesting. Oh, man.
Oh, it did reach it. It just didn't update my HUD on it. Okay. It was awfully nice of you to announce the completion of my fighter with the gong there. I mean, that noise wasn't exactly me.
Yeah, we'll mag plate them. The question is where, because if you think about it, the ideal setup is I mag plate them in a place where they stay in exactly the right position to connect them back on again. So all I have to do is drive up with this in the right spot, disconnect what I've got, they store in exactly the right spot to hook back on again, and the next tool down the line is also stored in exactly the right spot that I don't have to faff around. I just drive up at the right angle and both line up.
Energy critical.
We'll be right with you, buddy. Just give us a little bit longer.
Yeah, sort of. I honestly, I do not like how this looks at the moment, but it looks like it's only partially done. Whoever, I think this was Tex. Gotta be honest, I'd planned to use that as tool storage, but it's got a tanky on.
No, this isn't going to work out as well as I thought it would.
No?
No, I'm a bit too big to park on top of the nacelles.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's a
Whoops.
great idea anyway. It's not like parking out there will let you keep your shields up anyway.
I've got them up right now.
Are you parked? Because I don't see any shields.
No, because I've got them turned off from visibility. 1 second. Okay. Fair enough.
You see what I mean? You just become vulnerable the second you lock down, and now you're on the outside of the armor instead of inside it.
Yeah, unfortunately, the problem is it does free up the flight bay if we can park stuff out here, unfortunately. Darn.
I'd be better off trying to park something else somewhere else rather than that out there, just because you're the biggest, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say the welding bay area, the one that isn't really working well. As soon as I finish the one in the cell, that area is free.
I can't even fit into that welding area, so...
You are planning on duplicating that on the other side, right?
What?
Your doorway sets up, etc.
Again?
The doorway setup, etc. you put into the bottom of the cell. You are planning on duplicating that on the other side, right?
Yeah, I can.
And what's that for?
I wasn't necessarily going to build a whole other. Okay. Wasn't necessarily going to build a whole new second welding array, but yeah, maybe that could be storage for one of our craft or something. A room for spacebar snacks.
All right, I'm locked on.
Okay.
Seated.
Everyone in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Turns out the side strakes are a pretty convenient, quick landing place.
I need to figure out a place to park my big old thing.
Well, remember, a fly-through hangar is exactly that, a fly-through hangar.
It's true.
It's pretty useless if you don't keep anything in it, because then why do you want to fly through it? Why are you going in it at all, you know?
I mean, barnstorming?
Exactly, though.
Well-
That's what I mean. It's like, it is supposed to have ships in it. That's part of the point. You're just supposed to launch them in order. Or have them pointing different directions.
I should probably park at the back of as large as I am.
Well, the problem is I am much bigger than the fighter that is sitting in front of me.
Yeah, well, that was hastily dropped.
Yep. for good reasons. Question is, do I have enough room to actually turn internally or not?
No. No way. No,
Yeah,
not
means
a
I
chance,
take that as
Varro.
a challenge.
Not a chance, mate. I can see no... Not without scraping your ship over absolutely every block. You're not round yet. You're busy banging into the entire hangar.
Well, I'm getting there. However, I do want to make sure I don't actually hit anyone else's vehicle, so... I mean, it hit it enough to damage anything,
You think?
as far as I can tell, visually, you know.
Actually checked yet.
Alright, that'll do. Now let's see the miner here. You know, as much as I hate to say it, I kind of think it's time to scrap the hydrogen tanks on this thing.
Apparently we're not bothered about looking after components no more. We have so many, we'll just leave them on the floor. What the hell, man? I wonder we're making clanging noises all the time. Okay, we need to do a test, but I'm pretty sure these tools have to be connected on from the sides and not from the front. I don't think the tips of the welders will actually work, if you know what I mean. Which will change how we have to connect and reconnect tools. That's what I'm doing, Crimson. I just now need to work out how it, like, which approach I can take for storing the tools. You know, I want to see that. Can I lock on with the pad to the very tip of the welder? And the answer apparently is yes, which means that I can approach face on to a wall of these things to lock and unlock tools. And it will hold the tools in exactly the right position that when I drive back up to them again, I can just lock my hinges back on. If you see what I mean, this is purely a test. This is not, like, I'm not planning on leaving that there. I just wanted to see, does the tip of the welder lock? Actually, once locked, landing gear and mag plates continue to work even without power. That's how come you can turn a landing gear off and it'll leave you locked still. It was a necessary process. If you think about how you build off of a landing gear, it was necessary for that. So we're currently locked to the ground, and I can turn this mag plate off, and we will remain locked to the ground. Can't even get down there to look at it, but suffice to say, it's currently locked, even though it's off.
You sure about that?
Yep. I'm trying to work out how to store miner dude, miner welder grinder dude, in a way that means that we don't have tools bouncing around in our corridor anytime something goes wrong.
No, I mean, you could always just add another series of mag plates further back from where I've got Tanky.
To be honest, I was planning on using that spot, but Tanky's now up there, so yeah.
Yeah, sorry, this was actually a good spot for him to be parked, honestly. Kind of keeps him out of the way and everything. But there's that another, you go over that next bulkhead section, there's a spot there that's kind of smallish that would work, like right up in here.
Potentially, yeah.
I'm almost to the point where it'd be easier to detach myself from the ground to work underneath it.
Have you got? Of course, that's why you wanted to get underneath. You don't have thrusters in all directions yet.
I do, but I have enough to keep me stable. I don't have enough to go like racing or anything.
Don't have enough for racing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
Very
I'm
important.
gonna have to call off our entry this weekend. Damn it, Spacebar.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I may go ahead and do that. So I've got cargo, got conveyors run.
Have you got a jump drive yet?
I have a jump drive. I have two. I have one fully built.
It was more, should the worst happen and we suddenly have to jump and you're not locked on yet, can you still get out? The answer is yes, it sounds like so.
Bug out device fully operational.
Yeah, that's the other point, is if you were to get it round to the welder array down below, probably speed up the process quite a bit.
I mean, if we need to, we can use any of the other ships to kind of tow you over.
I can move. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire up all of my reactors.
We're going to have to start just looking at this. We might need to decide on a literal order and set bays in the hull. Because I'm looking at this, and I mean, I don't know if the with teeth stays there or not, but as it currently stands, I need you to move yours forward so that I can use the raised roof to get past you.
Yep.
You're just at that awkward point.
Alright.
No, the way I see it, we should definitely be forward, but then also, since we're low profile, it makes sense to have us up at the front.
Yep. Yeah, well, and then maybe Spacebars is pointing the wrong direction at the back, so that we can have multiple leave at once. Once locked in place, and then obviously anything that's utility based can live in the gap in the middle.
Very green.
Yeah,
I haven't decided on the color scheme.
I'm all right with green. We haven't really got green so far.
Puddle jumper,
Okay.
green.
Oh yeah, good point. I'll take that back then.
We have to call this the green machine, I guess. Or would we call that green space?
There you go, definitely works. That confused the hell out of me why I couldn't get off the ground there.
You just barely missed the hull there.
Oh, she's heavy.
Mm.
I might need some more gyros.
Unbelievable.
Decent acceleration. Definitely need some parking cameras, I think. Let's see what my shield's like.
Nice, that works. Works, but it's going to need some buttons to unlock the tools, because the tools are on my grid, not that grid. So maybe that's the trick. I put the mag blocks on my tools and not on the ship.
Yeah, the damage went into tanky even further than I thought. The more I rip out the internals, the more I'm finding damage. Then again, getting hit by an asteroid will kind of do that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But if I put mags on the tools, then as soon as I split from them, I won't be able to... Or will I be able to reattach? I should be able to. Attach on with the hinges first, that powers the mag blocks, and then I can unattach again. Yeah. Nifty. So what's the plan with tanky? You're just going to tear it apart? Or...
Well, I think now that, I mean, between the puddle jumper and Spacebar's new craft, I think we've kind of got the whole team transport thing taken care of. Shrinking down the cockpit space would help a little bit with being able to see out of the thing, let alone aim properly. So probably shrink it down, and I had a ton of batteries on here. I've got a different idea on how I can lay them out in the hull. So probably rip down most of the internals, rebalance it so that way I can keep a shorter base on it. Plus I kind of have to do it anyways. There's just damage all throughout the whole hull here, so... Figure, not only that, but then there's also the rapid pace of build that we had to do with her back on the collapsium planet. There's a fair bit of work that can be done to improve it. Not to mention the least of which is juicing the ore detector a bit.
juicing the ore detector. Tell me more about that.
Exactly.
That sounds a little terrifying. I mean,
Let's see.
Am I about to get irradiated again?
I'm not going to say yes or no to that.
Really?
I'd rather not incriminate myself of anything, you know.
Could have just said no. That would have been okay.
Well, I could just leave it as a maybe.
Hmm.
Oh,
What just happened?
nothing.
I heard a lot of abrupt maneuvering.
I heard a spacebar exclamation. It's kind of unmistakable.
I forgot the welders are on, and
Goodbye, spacebar.
oh, I'm not dead, not yet.
Oh. I didn't apparently have all of the welding, or all of Tanky unloaded. Took out a bit of cockpit and surprise stone showed up.
I think we call that bonus stuff.
Whatever it is, it's a big giant boulder on the flight deck. Not so big now, but that's just how bad the conveyor system was on
Nice.
it.
That did
after
attach
hit.
both, not just one of them. We got both of them in. Time to see if it's better than this approach. That worked pretty well. Let's see if it's better with the mag plates on the tools. It'll be a little less elegant somehow, doing it with the mag plates on the tools rather than having a specific spot for them. But I think it might be more practical.
forgetting I'm upside down in relation to the Vanguard, so I keep falling down.
It's okay. You can get back up again.
Well, that works rather well.
Is it? Nice.
Oh yeah.
Directly above
Pretty good
Farrell. I
size.
don't even need the mag pads. I'll just put them. I can put them on the tools themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Inventory full.
Yeah. That's simple as it gets. And that little spot's going to be enough to hold all 3 tools if need be.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 4 tools.
Oh, daring today.
No, I'm thinking one of the arm setups just happens to be like 18 Gatlings. You can flail the arms around while firing the Gatlings.
All right, I think I got my proof of concept. Boulder Bay finished from where I had to stop.
Nice.
You guys want to take a look and see what you think?
Where is it at?
Port side. Second, I had to go to CNC because I was dying. Ran completely out of energy with nowhere to sit. Charge my suit. Slight oversight.
That's how I do the welders. Very straightforward.
Where on the starboard side or port side?
Bottom of this in a cell.
It's just got the port side hangar door.
Yep. The door's just closed on it.
Mm-hmm. And all we gotta do is open the doors here.
That's
Mind you, a much larger array. That's just the first one.
I was going to say the array could be a bit bigger, but yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah, basically fill up the
Just-
opening with welders.
Just whatever you do, don't happen to fly out of the side bay while the arm is deployed.
And it's mostly clear.
I might even be
That's-
inclined to move it one down, Tex, so it sticks out a bit further.
Do that.
I was worried we wouldn't
no,
have the
actually,
room to do
actually,
it.
we can't. Because fully reversed, it's basically just inside the door.
And trust me, if you saw spacebar peel out of the side
I
hangar
take
of
it
the
back.
ship,
You've got room to come down one block.
You've got room to do one, no more than
Come
that.
down
Yeah.
one block. Yeah, I could totally do that. Actually, that would help out a little bit because then I could just connect them all together right here.
Yeah.
Because I was going to have to play sort of, Jenga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works.
Make it a bit easier to get up to it when trying to use the thing as well, was all I was thinking.
Yep. Yeah, no, the further out it extends, the better.
Lovely jubbly. I nicked it from Splitsy, but the trick to this connection shenanigans is definitely the timer. And just having a timer that's spamming the absolute crap out of attach, so that you can just sort of poke things vaguely in the right direction and it'll grab it. Can I build on that hint? That's a good point. I might have needed to have put a block on it first. Now we're good. Medium cargo would point the thing in the wrong direction. Because of where the cargo ports are on a medium cargo, we would have attached it on like that, and then I still have a large port where I want it. My only small ports are on the sides, which makes the whole front array so large that it gets in the way of itself. Probably going to have to go out one further than that in reality. That distance. almost want this to be double wide with a second drill here. Huh. Or it might be a bit big.
Get out of here, stalker.
What do you reckon? Small goblin claw. Oh. Because, of course, I can drop a large hinge part in that same spot. Like a large grid hinge part will go in there.
Okay, clearance isn't quite good enough. It's gonna have to be 2 welders wide.
I think that's a problem.
Unless I want to junk the ability of sealing the bay. I think I do.
Why would we need to seal the bay?
Well, protect the welders from being shot.
Oh,
It
no,
is gonna
sorry,
be
I thought
too
you were
big,
talking
guys are
airtight
right.
seal.
It's going to be enormous.
Yeah, literally just a way of retracting it far enough that it's not going to get punked.
Like, just the hinge itself is almost as big as the entire center portion of the ship is. Yeah, it's just going to be a bit large. Yeah, I don't think large will fit where we've planned for this stuff to go either. I think you're right. Would be funny, but perhaps not this time.
So why are you not connected? Because none of this is awesome.
The age-old question that man has asked himself for millennia.
The first caveman invented the wheel, and it fell off, and he went, "Why is this not? Why are you not connected?"
Wait, how is that not connected? I put stuff into it. How?
The answer, my friend, is floating in the solar wind. That is.
I don't think this is going to work either. I don't think this is going to be able to fold round far enough to get that side flat against the wall. It's just a bit big because of how big that blooming hitbox is. It feels like that hitbox side on should be 2 blocks, not 3 blocks. You know, they've got enough spare space there that should be a smaller collision box than it actually is. We need to rotate the drills to store things.
There we go.
Hmm. That's an interesting suit malfunction. Doesn't want to place this thruster correctly.
Ridiculous. If you were to go back 2 episodes, we were under attack every 8 minutes by stuff that we could barely fight, let alone beat. At the moment, it's really quiet, but that is not often the case. No worries, man. That's why I was filling you in. Right now, you're right. It actually is pretty quiet, but
Oh, come on. Really?
that's kind of unusual. Yeah, I did say the keyword, didn't I? No, that was the thing I did.
Oh, I need some more gyros.
It's flat enough. I think you might be right. The 2 on its own might be plenty, but it's flat enough. I do indeed, but I'm planning on bulking out this connector in a bit. probably up
How
that
are
way,
these still not connected?
so that it's a little bit more robust. Because I'm not feeling particularly confident about the robustness of this arm currently either. So I thought we had to like build something up like that, perhaps, for our mag plate to sit on.
Oh, that's how.
Heck. Okay.
What have you done? Well, this time.
Well, I had something connected and it magically split itself off somehow. Even though it was firmly attached in another place.
Want to be free?
But I don't want it to be free.
Yeah, that sort of guy, I see.
Remember, if you left something, set it free. Then come back, you can hunt it down and kill it.
It's not actually going to let me place it there, but it could go there technically. Okay, now just repeat the same, but on the other side. And then group it all up. And then check if it works. Then find out it doesn't. I should use those beam blocks more often, you're right. They're cool looking. And I forget that they're a thing that exists. That would indeed be a good place for some of these beams running down instead. Ooh. Oh, right, it's like that, is it? Railgun arms. Yeah, exactly, Tony. Looks a lot better with those on. The hangar is airtight. It's just rarely populated. It's rarely got air being pumped into it. Yeah, it's a working hangar. People are going in and out of it constantly, so the doors tend to be open.
All right. Welder array is up and running. Feel free to
Nice.
use as needed.
Welcome to Welding World for all of your welding world needs.
I've kind of always been more partial to spatula world.
Pancake world.
Spatula world. I mean, you might as well, I don't know, want to go to Bucket World or something.
That's where I got my badger spatula.
Bucket World.
I don't even. Are you?
So really?
I don't know.
Every bucket you need.
What is there in Bucket World? Is it as the name would suggest, or is there actually?
Like a world made of buckets, or a world all about and pertaining to buckets?
I'm thinking all about and pertaining to buckets. Is the sort of vibe I was picking up.
I mean,
Ride the galvanized roller coaster. Bring the kids. I mean,
Bucket themed
It
roller
could work.
coaster. I could see that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, surely there's somebody who's really excited about this idea of a bucket world. You know it.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Might be some alien, but maybe aliens are into buckets.
Aren't these too tall? Or is there a version? Is there a half height? Oh, there's a half height. Nice. Until I don't use them very often.
Alright, Welders Are Us is in service.
And what I want to know is, you mean aliens would be into buckets?
I mean, I don't know. Everybody likes putting things into stuff.
But they're aliens, so how do you know what aliens would like? Unless... Are you one of them, Tex?
I mean, hypothetically, I've never met an alien. Have you met an alien?
Well, maybe,
Pretty sure
yeah.
I haven't ever been an alien.
But in an infinitely large universe, surely there is some kind of alien that's really into buckets.
And in an infinitely large universe, everything is made out of peanut butter. But,
Ooh, peanut butter world.
No.
Why am I hungry now?
No.
All of a sudden hungry.
So the real question is now become: when are you taking us to Bucket World? When are we going to Bucket World?
Well, okay, maybe
I mean,
not
we-
bucket world, but remember when we were gonna go get ourselves some weapons?
How is that
Barnard
and
Star?
Bucket World connected? Is Bucket World in Barnard Star?
Well, no, I don't know. They might have one, but I know what they do have.
Bucket
weapons
World is a
dealer.
franchise?
They have a bucket. They have a weapons dealer. Maybe they sell weaponized buckets. I don't know.
Huh.
In an infinitely wide universe.
And Adam, very sorry for not responding to your donation. Thank you, man. Hope you're doing well. Been a while, sir. Hope everything is good with you.
Oh, please tell me they're wide enough.
I could tell you they're wide enough. Would that necessarily be the truth? I don't know.
It was wide enough. Or not.
Okay, so I just have a cursed cargo container. It's connected to the network, but I can't get anything out of it. So I think I'm just going to remove it.
Okay.
Everything else around it's working, so I don't know why that one in particular isn't. Tex, you said the welders are your welder arrays are up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna test them out.
Okay.
Oh, are they sensor activated, or did you?
No, I turned it.
Okay.
Cheating.
I guess we could go sensor activated. Wanted to get fancy.
It'd be kind of cool.
Right up until they go off into
I
someone's
mean, in all
face.
honesty, just leave them on so that way if the doors ever get damaged, then they can automatically weld the doors up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
they
not so sure
just
about
take
the
power.
whole sensor activated, because that just means that they also come out anytime you don't want them as well. If you get my drift.
Mm-hmm.
That time you're just flying by and, oh, hello.
Well, but if you put it on a really short range, like
no.
big enough range, only large enough for like a small grid flying past it, intentionally flying towards it.
Nice, Adam. Oh, good to hear, man. 100-hour weeks, that's pretty damn nuts, dude. Like, what the hell? Nice. One drill pack complete.
Does it come with instructions in Swedish?
Potentially. I'll make sure when I'm writing the instructions for it, I translate them all into Swedish for you.
Funny, he doesn't look Swedish.
Does it come with those little meatballs?
Can you include drawings of silly-looking men?
What?
Yeah, silly-looking guys. They were assembling the stuff for you.
Very odd question.
It's oddly specific odd
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, indeed.
They're funny.
Who is they? I'm still not entirely sure who we're referring to.
You know.
I will admit confusion as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, up and running. How you doing there, Spacebar? You done?
No, I'm still.
I'll leave it to you and let you retract it. Controls are inside.
Okay.
Well, I think that's all my tasks done.
Now for the easy one.
Yeah, no, that works pretty smoothly, and that is super low profile. The only thing it does not, however, have is lights to let me know when it's open.
Very important.
Well,
Is it really?
I mean, yeah, it is. You know, I mean, it's better than, you know, closing the doors on the welder array while it's extended. Just think.
Who would do that?
Have you been here recently?
No, it's my first day.
Leave now while you have a chance.
Okay.
Problems.
Maybe a bit. We have the survival of the fittest grinder set up. Take your bets now. Left claw or right claw?
Get out of here, Stalker.
I'm betting. Ooh, left claw's got this. Oh no, I was wrong. Right claw one.
And now I know what it looks like when Wasted has space madness.
Well, better than Caribbean fever.
Yeah, so these might need a place to adjust how far these hinges move for different tools.
That wasn't me.
What was that?
That was not me.
That was a salvage drone. 100 meters.
Uh-huh.
But they blow up.
Themselves, most likely.
Yep, it's on top.
Hey, you. We only just repaired that. Careful. Oh no, you've got a good angle. Good.
Mm-hmm.
How much damage did he do up top?
Well, we've got a new airlock.
Lovely.
In fact, not surprised, he was after the war room.
The very idea. Can you not read? There's specifically
No
a sign that
fighting
says
in the war room.
exactly. I can't believe this.
What about grinding? Is there a rule about grinding in the war room?
It was hostile grinding.
I would count that as an act of war.
Yeah, fair enough.
Although, it's suffice to say, the explosion was him doing what I did with my welder arm at one point and running into something a little hard.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's easily repairable.
Mm-hmm.
Just rude.
Yep.
Yeah, there's just one slight problem with the concept
What on
of
earth happened?
a fly-through flight deck.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's when someone parks their little ship in the middle of it.
Well, there is.
You're only supposed to go through one direction. We talked about this earlier. The purpose of the fly-through fight deck was immediately proven. How quick did it take us to both get out? The flight deck was immediately proven by the fact that we were both out almost immediately. You just came in the wrong end.
Well, yeah, because after what I did to try to turn around in the hangar the last time,
Come in backwards.
backwards? You don't fly a fighter backwards.
In
Why
space
fire
you do. You
forwards?
fly it whatever direction you want to. You were also the one that made it so long it can't turn around.
That good enough clearance for you up there?
Oh yeah, plenty.
Okay.
I'm going to move back behind you anyway, so...
Oh, okay. Well,
I was
You
just
might
at
have overshot a little bit in the lighting, but definitely know it's open.
Should put a neon sign on it.
Crap, these hinges are inverted, so I
Now
can't do
open.
it via the toolbar.
Now open for business. As long as your business is welding.
Okay, I'm gonna need some more braking thrust. No, maybe not.
We getting to a point where we need to clear this neighborhood a little bit, maybe?
Not
I
sure.
think
I don't think so.
That salvage drone was just randomly flying around.
yeah, but as far as threats go, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if, hoping they didn't call their big brothers.
Hmm.
I suspect we'll find out if they did. Space engineers, a hinge can't go to 270. It's limited to 90 in each direction.
I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna name this thing.
Why be a pain? It's like, it's literally, it's a hinge. It's impossible for it to be at 270. And yet,
Well, I
15
mean, it's green
current angle 270.
and it's big, so
Maybe
you
it's a
could probably
20.
get away with
Current
Hulk.
angle minus 90. Thank you for the donation, JH, especially
Wait,
with that sort
did I
of
read that right?
message behind it. Appreciate that.
Guess how much of shields I have?
Hmm.
1.4 million.
Which is weird, because that's roughly what I was expecting mine to be weighing in at, but it's well under it.
Harold, did you ever figure out your better mining thing?
No, I'm still tearing apart and reassembling the miner down here. I mean, if there is anything out there, I still have the detector on. I mean, it should be juiced up to the max. I'm dumping 2 kilowatts into it. But the range is still pretty crappy. Well, at least according to that. The, normal settings, shall we say. Certainly doesn't seem to have done anything to boost the range any.
They fit all right there. I could have rotated 90 degrees and put them in the middle. That might look quite neat, but they fit okay there.
For some reason, I can't in my programming block to allow me to load codes.
These hydrogen engines, so they should be running.
Nope.
Although we need them.
It's going to have a. Let's see. I'm going to have a screen with my shield rate out. Oh, wait, what did that say?
To impress potential mates. Dagger claw and a big fist claw. I got the power for shields. I don't have the shield components for shields. There are 9. One of the rules of the series, Sean, is we have to capture our shield generator components. Can't just build them. I don't believe there's a limit on mag plates. If there is, we're about to find out what it is. I don't think we've got the components for the jump drive.
All right, now that I'm fixed with that, what do I need to do? We need to fix the war room.
Yeah, it's not too much. It's just like some armor plates in the ceiling. But as it currently stands, there is a bit of a hole.
Roger that.
And there's like a couple of armor plates and maybe like 2 bits of glass.
Just a teeny tiny little hole, you know.
I gotta be honest. I mean, outside of the fact that attacking the war room is basically a declaration of war, I honestly don't feel as hard done by as when they just decide to ram us.
Mm-hmm.
At least that one was being somewhat surgical about it.
Yeah, it's kind of a screw you guys move.
So to do my standard turret setup, I'd have to replace the base hinge. So we're going to have to do something with 2 hinges, which is a little on the odd side, but hey. And honestly, I should probably start with a small head hinge rather than... because the only thing that takes this large port is going to be a turret. So, small head hinge instead. Oh, that's better.
Him again.
Seriously.
I like
dude,
how my entire message log at this point is just him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
he just doesn't take a hint.
Okay, and now it's just like, if you get at the right angle, we'll just let you place them where you want them. You don't have to worry about anything else. What the hell
I'm a little
is that?
surprised the war room isn't airlocked though.
Is it not?
Mm-mm.
That's because, well, with no fighting in the war room, why would you need it to be? There's never any
Well,
danger.
I mean, what if the fighting comes from the outside of the war room?
Fighting outside the war room, that's just crazy. It's what the war room is for.
The war room was for not fighting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm fuzzy on the concept of war room.
That's alright. Seems like our opposition are as well. Don't even know the rules.
But they're so explicitly stated. There's no fighting there.
Oof, this is going to be some next level jank. But I think if I put that one block further in, it's going to collide with itself. Oh, I'm going to try it. Slightly less jank if we keep the axis of movement closer together. Ever so slightly less jank, not much, but a little bit. Although saying that, do we need both axes of fire? Would a single axis be enough, given that it would be piloted? We'd fit much bigger weapons on it if it was a single axis. Because at the moment, vanilla Gatling guns are bugged, and in order for them to actually start firing, someone has to manually fire them once. And then they will pick up and actually follow the target you've told them to fire at. But until you manually fire them once yourself, they do nothing. I've been thinking,
Dangerous habit.
could it be that our problem is that our signs saying no fighting in the war room are inside the war room?
Ah, that's...
And actually having them on the outside of the war room might be a better plan.
I mean,
if you want to get technical, yeah.
but then would it say, like, no fighting in the war room, but fighting out here is okay?
This is where we run into the issue as well, is as far as our legally allowed weapons, we have reloadable rocket launchers and Galax. We have not yet captured autocannons or assault cannons. The only thing we've captured from this list, a large grid artillery. So 2 large grid artillery cannons? Question mark? The recoil will be quite something. Yes, indeed, Austin. Recoil go yeet. We haven't got rails yet.
So what was it you did, Farrell, to make sure that you could park on the grid on the Vanguard with your shields up?
I didn't do anything to do that. Didn't really seem like that was feasible.
Oh.
Which is weird, because I could swear that before I turned my shield visibility off, I was parked here in the hangar and I could see my shields were on, but...
Odd.
I think I decided on a name.
Yeah?
Since it's green and kind of turtle-shaped, I'm going for Salone, which was the Greek god of tortoises, or turtles. Tortoises? Turtles. Good grief.
So you're naming your ship after something that's slow intentionally?
Well, I never intended to be fast with this.
Fair enough.
I was intending to be kind of tanky. Almost like I had a shell. Like a turtle.
I don't know if this will even work. I don't know if you... I know you can do this with rotors. I don't know if you can do it with hinges.
Yeah, sure.
Like, I might have to do a rotor conversion. Okay, so I think the sensible way to handle this, or getting it to work, is to attach this to the ceiling and then grind it out afterwards if I need to. Because at least then it's not floating around the place. You, just a random light armor block. Cool. I can't really change that now, do you, without making all of my other tools. Yeah, so this doesn't work because it's backwards. Is there a way I could still do it? Maybe. But it would involve a double hinge conversion on here. In other words, like that. We have the hinge part on the large grid. Actual hinge itself is on the large grid. Because now I want to see if I can do this. I know it's not sensible in the slightest. Oh, I put the thing the wrong way around to even be able to hook up to it, I think. I don't think I can get in the gap.
Alright, war room is 6.
Might call that test off on the basis it's being little on the clangy side.
So how badly do we want to have a survival kit on Tanky?
Why?
Well,
What's the concern?
I've kind of designed the spaceport out of it, I think.
I mean, if we've got the Mutant Ninja Turtle dropship, then I guess we don't really need a thing on Tanky.
What? How dare you?
Mutant Ninja Turtle dropships.
Yes, that's the one. Hey, Tex.
What? Oh, all right. I thought I was picking up debris. I was being helpful. What does this button do?
What button?
Big one that says, big red one that says don't press.
Press it.
Is it the button that pushes the button for you?
I don't know. Not a lot of visibility. I mean, I opened some windows here, don't you think?
I mean, you don't really need visibility.
Well, I mean, you know, what if it's a long flight and you can work?
Suppose.
Yeah, man, I'm not saying right now, just for the future, you know?
Yeah, but look how well the visibility is working for us on the bridge, though.
There is that.
I mean, there is a point to consider.
You have a point.
Yeah, crab.
What in
Oh, good lord.
It's its final
compensating for
form.
much?
Yeah, but notice the other hand. I'm gonna have a tiny little gun on that one.
Where did you get that?
The artillery gun that we got off of that drone?
You
Yeah, why not?
realize you're going to shoot that thing and you're just going to spin in circles if the arm even holds up, if it doesn't like whip around back behind and kick itself.
I need one of those in my ship.
Fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely overcompensating.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, totally.
I tell you what, we could make a turret. Hmm.
Yes, I actually think that's not a bad plan, although I would be inclined to suggest low-profile single-gun ones.
Yep. Yeah. Maybe a couple dorsal mounted, one towards the front and one towards the rear of the ship.
Yeah, I was more thinking like secret ones though, that like came out of doors.
Secret
Turrets are
ones.
Cool.
Who are we hiding them from? Everyone hates
That-
us already.
Yeah, I mean, but obviously deterrence isn't working, so.
Well, now, the word of the crab will travel far and wide.
I mean, you gotta fire that just
I am-
to see what it will do.
Someone will make me one round, please.
Inventory.
I am going to make a slight adjustment because I've realised that with the way this works, I'm never going to be able to fold the thing to the side anyway.
Inventory full.
So if
One round is fired up.
if I pre-roll it to the side, mount it sideways, then I can put my attachment point on top.
Your one round is in the cargo container.
It will be even more off-center, but that's maybe okay. Okay, actually, I quite like that, and it means that I can use the rotor for elevation.
Oh boy. You're gonna shoot that thing and it's just gonna start spinning around in a circle wildly.
Oh, I do hope so.
At least he
But
can't
then-
complain
'cause
when I
I've just
upgrade
made
the.
Sorry, man. Go for it.
I was gonna say at least he can't complain when I upgrade my ship with weapons.
This is the only one we've got at the moment, so have fun with that. This also, when it inevitably spins like a lunatic because I fire that gun, gives me an excuse for why I need a second one.
I mean, he's got a point. He's got a point.
And he can actually do proper convergence on them since they're on hinges.
You guys are not helping him.
I'm glad he's testing out the convergent thing because I was thinking about doing
Actually
that on
not
my
that
fighter.
expensive to make either. I mean, ammo's
Relatively.
cheap, but
Oh.
uranium. It takes uranium.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but we have a good amount of that still.
Do we?
Mm-hmm.
Are we sure about this?
Yeah, we got tons of it. I don't think we have any ore left. Yeah, we don't have any ore left. I need to find us some uranium ore sometime.
Yeah, I mean, we got a little bit in the, why do we have 76 uranium? It's in a welder. That's interesting. Yeah, okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was.
May I request? One round loaded.
It's in the cargo container.
It's in there, okay.
Please
Terrifying.
don't fire that in the ship.
I'm not going to fire it in the ship. I'm going
Thank
out
you.
first.
We just fixed it. I'm just.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at it wobble.
Please don't mind the wobble. I want to turn inertia tensor on, but I don't want to do it until I've left the hangar, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like maybe I'm like.
Freedom! Take a little
Wondering
blueprint.
what safe distance is on
I don't
this
know.
particular
Question.
observation.
First things first. Inertia tensor. We did not explode.
Yet.
And now, the wobble is gone. Oh yeah. Terrifying factor went up nth degree.
I like that you've made yourself a welding drone and immediately put the biggest damn gun you could find on it.
Well, I made all the other tools. It felt like it was only appropriate that if push really came to shove, I could... I don't know.
Good what?
As I said, I don't know. There was no further answer to that question. I could.
Because you
So-
could. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's why he did it, because he can.
It'd be nice if you had a target for that thing, you know.
Yeah. Don't say that.
Yeah,
There's no way I can dock up quickly.
That and
Like
I don't.
said, it's awful quiet.
I don't think I want to put any of my stuff up against that. That I'd like to keep intact.
Oh, there's an asteroid over there.
Ah, and yes, well, I was actually hoping that the sun would move a little bit so I could see. And it did.
It's a coincidence.
Okay. Right, so take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of my seats, I seem to have slipped out of mine.
Hmm? No, you're in your seat.
That's better. Alright. Countdown for fire. I'm gonna get further away even. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire!
Oh,
Ha!
You definitely twisted, but not that bad.
That was nothing like as bad as any of us thought it was going to be. Slightly anticlimactic, to be honest.
Kind of want to make new, but I want a turret.
I mean,
Do a couple of those. We need to get him some more of those.
I wonder what happens if you turn your dampeners off.
Yeah,
Didn't
I
even,
request one more round just for science sake.
Yeah,
yeah, didn't even rip the hinge apart.
I did produce one, so there you go. You're gonna have to manually load it. It doesn't pass through small conveyors.
Shouldn't be. There's no small conveyors in that loop. You should be able to get into the large cargo container. You'll just have to do it through the connector.
No, it's got an access port on the back of it.
Yeah, true enough. You can do it direct. I'm just saying it should be. You should be capable of loading this directly. Like from the cargo.
you get a beacon on that.
Yes. Yeah, I was
You
adding
can
the final
home
few
in.
bits.
You can home in on me too. I'm right by it.
You have 2 in there now.
Okay. Dampers disabled. Preparing to fire. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Firing!
Oh.
Anticlimactic. Yeah.
Yeah.
1.32
little-
meters a second.
It did give you a fair
I'm
turn,
moving.
though.
I'm moving and I twisted, but again, as I said, that just means I need a second one.
Except, well, you've got that thing set to inertia tensor, right?
Yep. Yeah, so it's making the grid seem very heavy.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering that or yeah, either that or turn off the hinge strength.
Well, you want it to come off? No, that was not the deal. I don't want to blow it up. It was going to be amusing if it did, but I'm not going to do it on purpose.
I don't know about you guys, but that's kind of whetted my appetite for something with a little more. Is it you always say there, Wasted? Naka.
I was just thinking, I want a second one of these. I think I know where we might be able to find one.
I want one on my gun chip. I mean, it's a gun chip. It only makes sense I would have that, right?
Suddenly,
How quickly
everybody wants a
we went
big
from
gun.
Nobody wants one to everyone wants one.
That gun's stupid. You're an idiot, but I want one.
No, I'm in the camp that's a little OTT, I think. Certainly wouldn't exactly fit on my fighter.
Well,
No.
in which case, do you want to get ourselves in position? Lock what down? What needs locking down, and the like. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just make sure I'm still actually locked down here.
We do have like a seriously good setup of gold, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're a little short on some other stuff, but gold is not one of them. We still have 221,000 unrefined ore. Yeah, the only thing we're really short right now is cobalt, so I feel like cobalt might be actually something we could probably trade in, buy around for, get to a civilized system.
Oops.
All right, everybody in the hangar?
Yep.
They've upgraded the doors a little bit.
How do you upgrade the doors? They're doors.
Yeah.
No, actually, now someone can come up to Vanguard, peek through the doors, and see all the goodies we've got inside, and break into the ship to steal them.
I mean, they don't even have to do that. They could just fly up to the war room and try to grind their way in.
You have a point there, sir.
I like that we can't actually look through those windows, though.
You just need to think taller.
No, you can do it from the ramp over here.
Oh, what's the point of having that?
Well, I mean, you were the one who took out the little ramp that used to lead up to those doors.
Yeah, because it was in the way.
And now they're not in the way, are they?
All right.
But now they're not there for you to stand on.
I got the computers calculating the jump to Barnard Star. I feel like.
Barnyard.
If it works,
Oh man.
do not be
Here we
moving.
go.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not moving yet.
I was more like when we do the jump. Do not be moving.
Starting the calculate. Oh yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head up to the cryopod just to be on the safe side.
Need a
Yeah.
different spot to store that, but otherwise. Or the pair of them when I get them. Well, if I keep it.
Okay, now that we're getting some of the bugs out of this new Vanguard, it's kind of growing on me.
That one's in
You had to say that, didn't you?
here. My teeth is in here.
Yeah.
Hangar bay actually looks organised.
Mhm.
There's bits of it that are empty.
Quick, fill it.
We don't have bits of ship in them. Assuming you guys are down in the cryopods.
Wait a minute. What did we do? Yeah. I'm setting up the navigation system for the jump. I see. Almost done. Yeah, it's not like dusting crops at home. Don't do the right set of calculations, we could fly into a star. We're back to that nebula. Nobody wants that.
I don't know, in comparison to some of the places we've been. Wasn't that
The
bad.
nebula?
Wasn't that bad. Hell, this system was worse.
Have different memories.
Yeah, we got a good amount of gold out of this system, though.
Yeah.
No complaints there.
We got a full rebuild of the ship out of the other one.
Yeah,
too
I mean, it
bad.
cost us how much ore did we have to turn over to actually get that done? Pretty much all of it.
I mean, I'll take it. For a full new ship? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, yep. It's just that it has a cursed asteroid in it.
Disappear.
Well,
Nice one, Andy
within the
Patton.
cryopod, you do.
Yeah. We really need to, because there's lockers behind these. We could assign a cryopod and a locker to ourselves.
No, I'm already in mine, so.
Get out of here,
There's also a
Stalker.
kitchen back here. Since when do we have a kitchen?
I'll second. I think I come up with a great idea. I'm gonna put a big red button. Use that to. I could trigger the countdown sequence on the drives, and then hop in a cryopod.
This is supposed to be the pilot ready room.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're ready to jump.
Well, no,
And
like,
well, he is the pilot technically, so you know.
Are you ready? What is wrong with your hands? You've been doing the washing up?
Yep.
I think he's gotten into the spray paint again.
Something like that.
Why didn't he put the button over here?
Are you telling me that I can't map that function?
You have to be in a cockpit seat.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Well, it's because they didn't want people to put a button on the ship that would let, any stranger come along and, well, hijack, jump the ship. Wait a minute, what am I saying? That's exactly what we did.
The jip.
Yeah, but we have to be on it to do so.
Jip.
You can just jump into cryo once we're moving. It's good.
All right, fine. Okay. It'll be a lot cooler that way. Yeah, lazy but cool.
In fact, you're all doing it.
Hmm?
Spaceballs kept his pajamas, but only for the gloves.
Hmm.
The same with Farrell.
Yeah,
I always had the fancy gloves. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm all blue here.
But how am I supposed to remember that 2 plus 2 is 4 if I don't have my gloves on?
That's a fair point. No, that's a fair point. Right then, let's go talk to some people that maybe are a little more friendly. You know, we're probably going to have to leave Vanguard somewhere for this.
Yeah,
Because we're not going to be buying them for Vanguard, right? Right?
Yeah,
We're not
no,
buying
I mean-
Vanguard any weapons. We're
Nope.
looking for samples for our fleet.
Yep. And we're gonna take the Teenage Mutant Ninja dropship.
It's not been seen, I suppose, so might be the best option.
And we should also probably keep an eye out for more samples of shield technology to pick up too.
Yeah, we're
Given
super
we
low.
lost the shields on the miner.
Well then, Mr. Techfire,
Yes, sir.
if you'd take us out,
Hard to leave, Captain.
something like that.
And everyone remember to pee before we left?
It's cryosleep, I don't think it
Just
matters.
hit the button.
I don't like the way that sounds.
It's more from the
Okay.
angle I think your bodily
Look, there's our
functions
friend Crep
pause.
Friends. Bye.
Bye. And also, bye. Cheers for joining us tonight, guys. It's a bit of a shorter one as Tex has got to start early tomorrow, but yep. Don't want to keep him too late. Thank you very much for coming and joining us for shenanigans.
And stuff and things.
Remember to go and check out my companions here. Links are down in the description. Keeping me company as we get our ass kicked in various different systems around the universe. Yeah, cheers, guys. If you've enjoyed tonight, hit that like button for me. It's been an absolute pleasure. And if you
Which
fancy
just
coming around for
begs
some
the
more,
question, what's
I'll be
going
over on
to kick
Twitch.
our ass in the next one?
I'm sure we can find something.
Value-added tax.
Possibly. Also, legend, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to go and do something on Twitch now, Rumbles. Which will probably be solo, I guess. But yeah, cheers, everybody. Also, you're a legend. Thank you, everybody who donated today. Please hit the like button for me, as it does help the video do better, go further out there, and means that Vanguard is obviously more likely to continue for longer, if you know what I mean. At some point, if people get disinterested, they get disinterested. I'll see you later, guys.